Greetings to you all and welcome back to Let's Play Command & Conquer 95. Now then, last time we were over on this side of the Allegiance, back with GDI, we killed Kane. Well played by us. However, there's still another mission. There's a little bit of text explaining what's going on, but if you're like me, much sooner watch our good old general friend.
I owe you an apology, Commander. I got it wrong. Kane ducked out of the lab when he lost our satellite feed. He's slippery, but his days are numbered. His troops are squeezing through this ravine right here, apparently in an attempt to regroup with Prime HQ. If you're quick enough, you can pick off the entire Nod column as they roll through, while our field strategists plot the location of that main base. It's fish in a barrel time, Commander.
Fish in and barrel time indeed. And what kind of speed are we playing at? Ah, that's pretty good. So, Nod units are moving through a ravine that's somewhere on this map. And we have to kill them. Presumably we're supposed to mount ourselves up on the cliffs and shoot down into them as they drive past and kill them as they flail about helplessly. However, the mechanics of this game mean that the person at the bottom of the cliff has just as good a position as the person on top of the cliff. They can see up the cliff, they can shoot through the cliff if needs be. So there's really no advantage to fighting them up on the hill. Nevertheless, this is the ravine that they were talking about. This is where the enemy units are going to be rolling through, starting up here somewhere, I do believe. And we're near the top of the screen now. Yes, look, there's an artillery. Evil thing. Right then, so that's where our enemies are going to travel. They're going to follow that road. That's actually the exact road we saw in the introduction video. And presumably they're going to go down here and then go over here somewhere. Now, you may be wondering why we have this whole beautiful looking force which I haven't touched. I am going to be exploring, then loading back the level, and trying to complete it. This is just an exploration thing for me to work out where we should set up. Point of this level, find a good spot, set up a good defense there with these little handful of units, and hope you can hold everything off. And also find out that there are 3 artilleries overlooking a cliff. That's sneaky. But oh well, there is absolutely nothing in the upwards part from our starting position, apart from these artillery pieces, one of which is now chasing me. So that's all well and good. I'm going to put the speed up another notch, I think, just while we explore. Very nice. Now then, our general friend said that these units are on their way back to Nod main base. He wants us to kill all of these units so that his own satellite people can find out where Nod main base is. And obviously they'll be short a good chunk of units because we've killed them all. And for those of you curious, I believe over this bridge is the goal of the enemy units. I think this is considered escaped up here. I believe anyway, I'm not entirely certain. Oh, a stealth tank. Anyway, it seems obvious to me that I'm going to be setting up my forces in this kind of a region, because I think all the enemies here have to go through that pathway. So that's where I'm going to be setting up. And we're now going to restart, which means we might get a different video. No, that's a shame. Oh well. Interestingly, we hear a stealth tank stealth as soon as the level starts. But as I was saying before, we're going to kill all these units so that their main base is down a couple of units. Why we don't kill most of these units and then maybe follow the last one, which is en route to main base, to me, sounds like a pretty good way of finding out where the main base is. However, we must follow our orders, and these very clever artillery which overlook the cliff, you're supposed to go up and around that way and kill them, but why bother? As we said before, units at the bottom of the cliff have exactly the same capabilities as the unit on top of the cliff, and 2 artilleries can't do anything to a mammoth tank, so that's a very simple way of dealing with that. You are a swish fellow. Nevertheless, we need to get ourselves across the bridge, and there were 3 artilleries there last time, which means 1 is probably coming around to flank us. Good tactics, good tactics. I need to get there as soon as I can so I have ample time to set up, because otherwise I will completely run out of time and get overrun by 2 flame tanks. point on how I'm going to set up my units. My priority is to kill flame tanks. The reason is because flame tanks will kill Humvees, rocket launcher things, all of those guys, and will do a little bit of damage to the other tanks. Quite good against APCs. Any other unit can kind of be dealt with, at least better than a flame tank can, with the infantry. Stealth tanks aren't really a threat because, okay, they do pretty good damage, but they die to infantry, so that's fine. Light tanks I need to take down though because they will just crush my infantry. So we have some priorities here. Mammoth tank is going to be stationed at the front to take as much damage as he can. Kind of there, I guess. Try and get everyone behind so we can start setting up properly. Everyone wants to get over here near the bridge. We'll get everyone into a nice position. Wait there for me. Good job. Okay, rocket launchers are going to have to be near the front of the action because their damage is going to be necessary. Everyone in very quick. Their damage is certainly going to be necessary for this. However, as you will see, I am going to leave, when this guy gets out my way, a one gap space between the front line, which can be attacked, and the rocket launchers, who disobey me. The reason for this is so that when flame tanks attack this unit, and their flames splash through to this tile, but they don't splash through to the third tile. But to be honest, this line drawing business is in the wrong place. I should have done it here. Would have made my point a lot stronger. Nevertheless, that's the situation we're in. I could have put another APC here, and yes, this APC can be hit by a flame tank, but APCs are pretty good at taking flame blasts, flame throws, I don't know, flame attacks. That's a safe bet. Only danger here, really, is that this top tank falls, then flame tanks and other such units can come here and attack diagonally down to this thing, and I can't draw a diagonal box, as you can see. Quite proud of my new way of illustrating everything that's happening with box drawing motifs, but to be honest, in this level, what more is there to do? You find out where your enemies are, where they're coming, where they're going, you find a good spot, and you stick to it, and you just sit and wait and hope it can win the fight. You could possibly control your units if you're a bit fancy, but if you're like me, and awfully lazy, you sit tight and you hope you can deal with it, and you spot one artillery as being a... Well, is he being clever or is he just confused? Well, he could outrange us and kill us all, because I'm unlikely to control my units. Or he could run past me. No, he can't run past me. He could try to run past me, get to here and die. Or... Oh no, he's waiting for backup. Sneaky fellow. I like your thinking. These infantry also, of course, have to be kept out the way of the artillery unit, which functions pretty much the same as the flame tank as far as damage goes. I don't care if it shoots on these four, but I don't want it shooting on any of these. More stealth tanks. Now, we do know there's one stealth tank up here somewhere. I don't know if that one will be pulled into the fight as time progresses, or if it's just going to sit there forever. There is quite a well-known thing about this level, that you will kill all of the enemy's incoming forces, but you won't win the level, and you won't know why until you cover every last inch of the level and find one stealth tank hidden somewhere. And I am now... No! Oh, you tricked me! I'm out of position! Curse you, game! And now he knows what he's doing! He is playing a very tactical game. His range reaches to there. If I come for him, he shoots me once, then I kill him. Very good tactics. Two light tanks, however, are going to go and flank their own artillery, so we'll leave them doing that. That may be the end of the enemy's forces. I may speed up the game slightly, to see if anything else is coming. Maybe I'll bob my mouse. That's enough of that.
Yes, sir.
Doesn't look like anything else is coming. Looks like that's the end of their forces, and that we held them off very, very easily.
Yes, sir.
Well played to us. We have good tactical sense. You'd hope you'd have some kind of tactical sense by now, considering this is level 14? I think it's level 14.
Yes, sir.
But nevertheless, they've parked those guys on a bridge, so we have to deal with those. I'm going to make a save just in case the game is about to throw another wave of flame tanks at me and I'm not aware of it. Because nobody wants to see me go through the early portion of the game again. And for no apparent reason, I decided to hold down the shift key whilst I pressed B, but not whilst I typed GDI. because everything you save your game as is always in block caps. No idea why. But there we go, we should be able to kill this thing from the lower ground. Hopefully it won't spawn a driver, because if it spawns a driver, he'll probably try and walk all the way around, and that'll take ages. Ammo tank holding up the damage tank. Not sure how that works. Not sure how you've missed. But I don't want one medium tank on his own to take on 2 light tanks, because, well, they'll probably lose. One sneaky artillery's making a break for it. They do have some tactics, these Nod fellows. Not the best tactics, but at least they have a plan. It's much better to have a plan than no plan, no matter how bad your plan is. Actually, that's not true, is it? Well, whatever. It kind of caught us a little bit off guard, so they get a bit of credit for it. Nonetheless, we're going to fight these tanks one at a time. This one's going to look at the action, but not actually join in. Now he's going to join in because his friend has fallen. Probably because his friend was blocking the bridge, but we'll leave off that little minor detail. So that could be a game 1. Maybe not. I'm going to take 1 APC and go scouting on a slightly faster speed. I'm obviously going to find a stealth tank, die horrifically. But if I don't, then well played to me. Clearly their convoy has been defeated. I heard a stealth tank. Where is the stealth tank? Oh, what? That's good play, that is. Move some stealth tanks into position and then try to kill my army as it returns to the giant roadblock. Now, to be fair, the stealth tank could have just driven through the roadblock. Do I have that block? Oh no, I have it blocked off here. Swish play. Swish apparently is the word of the day. I shall endeavour to use it even more. Another curious point about this level, the Nod forces have to escape. And I did inverted commas in the air with my fingers, so hopefully the microphone's picking that up. They have to escape. Now, if the units get here, that's not escaping. If they get here, that's not escaping. If they get over the bridge, that's not escaping. If they get up here to the very top right corner of the map, that's not escaping. The computer cannot escape. The lose condition for the enemy escaping is not built into the level. They would just all congregate in a corner somewhere and just sit there, I believe. They might patrol back and forth, I've no idea. But you can't lose by enemies go running past you, is the point. Which means, yes, we could have let them all congregate in a corner, but then we probably have to fight them all at once, and that's not a good plan. So it's much better to set up a proper defense and play the level as it was intended, because things then just get easier for you. I haven't seen anything over here, so you, good sir, are going to scout all of that out for me, and you're going to get out of the way, and we're going to go see if that stealth tank that was behind us before is still behind us. Seems there isn't... Yes, it will be behind us. Because this path cannot be accessed by anywhere other than this bridge. Which means that any units that was up here before spawned behind us in the escape zone. So just another hint as to how bad their escape mechanism is in this game. But this could be the last unit. There could be other stealth tanks hidden all over the place. Will an APC be a stealth tank? No. Should I have sent more than just 1 APC? Yes. Yes, I should. The plan this time is that the Humvee reveals the stealth tank and then all the infantry kill it. What happened to my APC who was going up here? He gave up. Good chap. Try going there instead then. There's a good fellow. I should just send a whole wave of units. I don't know why I'm pussyfooting around this tank. Come on, men. Hurry it up.
Yes, sir.
I suppose I'll mention this now. Otherwise I'll get mass waves of comments about it. Or perhaps 2 comments. I think I've had 2 comments. I am aware that YouTube has increased the video time limit. That's great. I'm going to try and keep my videos roughly about 15 minutes still. But no worries about overrunning anymore. If we overrun, I'll just finish whatever we're doing. But I'll try and keep it about 15 minutes. Because nobody wants to watch an hour-long epic. And I want to keep the file size down, otherwise all the audio gets out of sync. That's my reasoning. There it is. It's out there. It's public now. So, did the satellite pick up on Kane's final base? Could it possibly be in the only region that we don't have under our control? Or could the civilians... No, civilians aren't hiding him. Shame. I thought they may have been. So apparently we have found Nod's main base next to this river. Very nice. There's a big indication that this is going to be the final level for GDI. Firstly, because it's the last territory. Secondly, because, as with the Nod level, you get a fancy, proper geographical image of the country, rather than just a map. And thirdly, because it's obvious we've killed everything else. That'll do. I had to come up with a third reason to make things flow properly. Now then, this is where we're going. I don't know if these are 3 different levels or all the same level. I'm going to click smack bang in the middle and see what happens. I've selected one of them. In Bosnia-Herzegovina. Now, I've heard that country name many times before, but I've never been able to pronounce it. Not a bad stab. I'm quite pleased with that. Anyway, you know the drill. There's going to be a video. We're not going to watch it. We're going to be on an incredibly fast speed, and I'll slow that down, otherwise next level I'm going to die. And we shall save this as GDI number 15. Look at that, we had a GDI 14B, which we never even needed to load. Nevertheless, this will be the final GDI level. I will not show you any more of it. You know we're going to have a base. Wonderful. Hopefully you'll join me next time. We are going back to Nod, the final Nod mission. Which is kind of strange, because we're both trying to destroy the world and save the world in the next 2 missions. Will we succeed? We'll probably succeed twice with completely different goals. Hopefully you'll join me for that, and I shall see you then.